what I do want to talk about though is the Phoenix Suns, man. What is going on with them? I need to know because everyone's talking about them except us right now. So I need to hear your thoughts.
They played Luka Doncic. And that's really, and they got caught at the wrong time too.
I think a couple of their players got somewhat of like a reality check. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, like Devin Booker and Chris Paul.
Yeah, because I mean, if you want to put this in context, I was telling my friends like, Luka Doncic is like so far in the past 2 series he's played, he's definitely been the best player in those 2 series, but he has not had the best team in either one of those 2 series, and really Phoenix. Because I know a lot of people are saying Phoenix just didn't have the people to guard him, but they did. And that's what's worse because they had Mikal Bridges that y'all was hyping up as this defender who should have won Defensive Player of the Year. Then you had Cam Johnson that had the size and the quickness as well. Then you had DeAndre Ayton. Then you had JaVale McGee to switch. Then you had that's another center they had. I want to say Bismack Biyombo for some reason.
He was the other.
Yeah, Bismack Biyombo. So you had a lot of players to potentially switch on Luka. The problem was Dallas just quickly just spaced y'all all out, and they also just attacked CP3.
Yeah,
like they just went right after. Like I've never seen CP3 look so discombobulated.
He turned it over so much.
And Dallas has never been considered this top tier defensive team yet. They looked really great defensively.
Dude, their team is so weirdly built. It's got to be one of the weirdest built teams I've ever seen in my life. They just put a bunch of floor spaces on the court, and none of them are like known defenders. They're not like, dude, like I swear they had like some rotation going on at one stage where they had like Maxi Kleber, Davis Bertans. They just got every single white player in the NBA that can shoot a 3 and put them on the court at the same time. But then they spiced it up with a point guard like Brunson or Dinwiddie in there too. It was a weird ass team.
Yeah.
And they're winning. How weird is that? I don't get it.
Yeah. This is a team that should not have made it this far. And I love Luka. A lot of people know how I've always said Luka was going to be special before the draft. But realistically, this Dallas team should not be doing this. It shouldn't. And they have no center. They have no true center. Yeah. They've been playing small ball lineups on everybody they've played so far. They are confidently putting Bertans, Maxi Kleber, and the other guy that missed
Powell.
Yeah, they're confidently putting him at the 5 against DeAndre Ayton, JaVale McGee, and Bismack Biyombo.
Yep.
And Rudy Gobert. That's in Whiteside. That should not happen.
Tell me how Dwight Powell is still.
Oh, he shouldn't be in the league.
A functional role player in the NBA. He is on $11 million, and no one can tell me that Dwight Powell is any better than Tristan Thompson. I don't want to hear it. Am I wrong for saying that? He's not better than Tristan Thompson, and he's on
I agree with you.
He's starting, isn't he? He's literally starting or something in a conference finals team, and the guy looks like he could play in the Australian League and still get his ass kicked up.
He should not be in the NBA.
I don't know.
When he missed those 2 free throws in the Utah series that could have very easily sealed the game, he should have been out. He should not have started again. He shouldn't even have been in a rotation ever again.
I don't get it, man. But if you were to, first of all, but we'll talk about DeAndre Ayton in a second because I think it's common knowledge now he will not be on the Phoenix Suns next season. But I want to talk about what do you think could fix the Phoenix Suns? Because honestly, I have a player in mind that I think could drastically help out, and I think could actually change them, who would be a very cheap guy to bring in. And I'll get to him in a second, but the reason I think it could be this player is because did you notice as soon as Devin Booker started to get cold, he looked to the right of his shoulder and looked for some guy to step up. No one stepped up to put up any shots. He looked over at Chris Paul. Mate, Chris Paul, instead of shooting shots, he was throwing the ball into the crowd. He turned to his other shoulder and looked at DeAndre Ayton, and DeAndre Ayton was ready to put on a Spurs jersey mid-game or something. And he started looking around, and there was no one to help him.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I'm telling you, do you think for a cheap guy that they could bring in who's looking to revive his career, could Dennis Schroeder be a guy that they look at? A shot-creating guard who can put good points per game off the bench, has played very, very well with Chris Paul in the past. Could he be a cheap dude that they look at and just say, look, we need a guy off the bench that's not Cameron Payne. Come in and put up some shots and do it efficiently. I think he'd be a good fit, and he'd be pretty cheap, couple $1 million, and get the deal done.
That'd be decent. I think that'd be a step in the right direction. I think they still need another piece. I do think they need another scorer.
Okay.
They need. I just don't know what that scorer would be, but they would definitely need another scorer. I might even recommend, since like you said, they it seems like they traded DeAndre Ayton. I would double down on those very cheap rim protectors. So JaVale McGee, Bismack Biyombo, keep them long term, and then use DeAndre Ayton because he has a lot of value in the league for a lot of teams, and try to attract somebody who is an offensive threat. I might even try to see if I can get a sign and trade with Washington to get Bradley Beal. I would get somebody nature to I think somebody of that nature that would be ideal for Phoenix.
Wow. Bradley Beal, Chris Paul, and Devin Booker. What a trio. Pretty small.
Yeah. But then you still got JaVale McGee and Bismack Biyombo. So one of them would have to start.
I don't think Bismack will be on the. You wouldn't think he'd be in the team next year, would you? I don't know if he's that good.
I think they would keep him as, like one of those just in case,
Yeah, just in case stuff. Like an Ed Davis type.
Yeah, but I would probably, even though I still have those two centers, I would probably run small. Like assuming I got Bradley Beal, I would run a CP3, Devin Booker Beal, and then maybe Cam Johnson. Let's say Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. Alternate them 4 and 5. Like I would run it like that. Like I would just space out, have everybody on the perimeter. So a lot of ISO would go on. I think Phoenix would benefit a lot from that. I think Devin Booker would get easier shots that way, and I think Bradley Beal would have a better time as well. I think that would be probably what they would be looking at. I kind of would honestly. I think the best way to explain it is exactly what Dallas is doing.
Yeah. Okay.
With better talent.
I don't know about Bradley Beal on the Suns. Maybe I just can't see Bradley Beal leaving the Wizards. Something about it.